Every day I wake up in the morning and I'm scared a little bit to get outside of my room and talk to people.
What state do you need to be in, like mentally, to write a song?
A state. I would say like this. I remember this is actually coming back to what I was saying. The state of goodness. And it's really kind of simple. It's just a peaceful state, you know, just like a state of just experiencing life as it is.
And how do you get there?
Look up at the stars at nighttime, look at the moon at nighttime. If you can see the stars and the moon at nighttime, then realize that, wow, you know, I mean, for me, that's a big realization that what is life and what are we doing here? And why am I taking anything too seriously at all, you know? Mm-hmm. I feel like everyone has that moment when they look at the stars and they say, what is this, you know? Like, what are we doing here? And why are we so consumed with all these things? And then we wake up the next morning and we go back to life. You know, we get caught up in the whole thing. I feel as though now I have a lot of freedom to experience life not stressing out and not feeling tied down by these ideas, you know, they don't matter. They don't have any substance really, you know. I feel that way, you know.
What made you realize that?
The stars. The stars and the moon, you know? The stars and the moon, yeah.
And well, you grew up in quite an artistic family. Do you think growing up in such a family makes it easier to open up like this emotionally? Because I believe it is.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, you know, I think naturally people, is it okay for your sound?
Yeah.
Okay. I think naturally people tend to feel scared to be themselves. You know I have that feeling. Every day I wake up in the morning and I'm scared a little bit to get outside of my room and talk to people. Because maybe it's because I grew up in a tight family, you know, and I didn't really have much relationships outside of my family. But I had a good support system of me allowing for me to be myself. Like my mother never said you have to be a certain way or, you know, put your chin up and straighten your, you know, posture. It was a little more free than that. So I think naturally I just try to be myself more, or I know when I'm not being myself, I can feel that I'm not being myself. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
And how does that manifest itself on the new record?
I think just very naturally, you know. I think just like it's very simple. It's just feeling. When we recorded this album, I wanted to express myself a little bit more. It's a really confusing topic to talk about as well, because the whole process of why things happen is confusing to me anyways. You know, I don't really understand it. I don't know how art works. I don't know how it comes out of me, and I don't know what the recording process is and what it means, and you know, I don't know these answers. I just know it happens, and when it feels good, or I feel like when I listen to this album, I can feel us. I can feel ourselves playing on this album.
I think it sounds more like a unity than Holly in a way.
Right, like more of a collection, right? Yeah.
How did you achieve that? Because there have to be certain productional things you do.
It's actually, it's the way that I wanted to approach this album especially was to have my band involved. And I think that's the process. I don't know how to play background music. I know how to write songs, you know, and have melodies, and my ideas are getting, you know, my vision's getting stronger, but I have so many things that I'm unable to do. So to have a band that are able to express themselves on certain instruments, to incorporate them with their ideas to create music together it just brings everything, like you said, it unites many different worlds. So it becomes not a sound of one idea, but a sound of many different ideas and many different people.
So this is far more a band album than
yeah, exactly.